New year, new boat, new in the bag. Let's get it. Alright guys, I am out here at my favorite fishing spot once again on the new boat to talk about a little bit about what's in my bag for the 2021 season. Yeah, it's 2021 already. It's a little later this year than usual. It's because of how much rain we've been getting. It's been just ridiculous the amount of rain that's been coming down here lately. But I'm out here at Redding Lake. I've got the new 2021 pontoon boat just ready to rock for you guys. I'm excited for this boat. I'm excited for this disc golf season. Yeah, let's just talk about what's in the bag. Now, much like last year, I won't be playing a whole lot of disc golf. I am signed up for the Tim Selinsky Major, and I may play Masters Worlds. I'm not sure yet. Kind of depends on timing and schedule and all that fun stuff. But yeah, I'm hoping to play some more events this year. I've already played the Dynamic Discs Open. I ended up playing in the MP40 division and taking second place. Pretty happy with that finish that I had, which also helped bump my rating up like 24 points or something really dumb like that. Now, that's why I don't think rating should count when you hit that professional level, because I've got like 4 rounds on my rating. And as you guys know, I've been focusing on course design a lot more and team management and finding that next player for DD. So it's kind of where my head's at. But yeah, let's just see what I'm throwing. Might as well, right? Let's start off with drivers, I guess. Big distance drivers. A lot of the stuff you're going to see is similar to what was in my bag last year on this lake in a different boat, but Ballista Pro is still my go-to big bomber disc. I've got this one right here, the Ballista Joel, and this thing has been in the bag for a couple years now, and it just flat out bombs. I love this thing. I can get it to hold that right line a little bit, and it's still stable. It still blows me away at how stable this thing actually is. It actually surprises me from time to time. This one is a Opto, let's see, it is an Opto, maybe Glimmer one. It was in the DDO player pack. It's another fantastic one in the bag. This one comes out if there's a little bit of wind, or, you know, I just am not confident or afraid I'm gonna lose the Joel. So I don't wanna lose him. So this one does come out when it's got a little bit more wind, or I can just not be afraid to lose this one, honestly, because it's new to the bag. So that's that. Next up is a disc that's been in the bag for a while now and will continue to be in the bag, and that is the Trespass. Currently have 4 in the bag right now. That's not a Trespass though. I've got this one right here, the Ralphie and Emax stamped one. It is one of my favorites, of course. This one is my roller. Really flippy. The only time it'll come out and fly in the air is if I need to do like a standstill forehand shot, or I'm in the woods. Hyzer flips, it'll be a dream for hyzer flip shots. Next is the 2018 Lucid X Trespass 2018 Tour Team Series, whatever you want to call it. It is a great one. This one's been in the bag for a couple years as well, and it doesn't come out too often, much like the other one. This is my stable roller that I can get to put down and just kind of move to the left whenever I need something to move left on a roller, which isn't too often. But that's also my forehand disc, along with this one from 2019, and it is a Moonshine one. And this one has been my go-to baby for quite a while now. It's just very predictable. I know exactly what I'm getting out of this disc. I know what it'll do, and that's go far. And I can commit to it. I can just mash on it and just really trust this disc. Can't say enough about the Lucid X Trespass. This one here is a new one that's in the bag. It hasn't been in there very long, but it's kind of like a replacement for the Moonshine one. And I throw it for about 430 or so feet and out, basically, I guess you would say. If there's any wind, I can trust that one into the wind. So up next is a new addition to this season, and that is the Defender. Now, it's not a new disc it's not one that I haven't had in the bag in the past, but it's one that's new to the bag this season, and I've got a team hybrid one with a team stamp on it. It's pretty sick. This one is just very overstable, so windy conditions. It's windy in Kansas quite often, so anytime that it's windy, this one comes out of the bag. Along with this sick little moonshine guy, this is kind of the same. If it's windy, it'll come out of the bag. Forehand shots or anything that I just need to go left, I'm ripping on this one right here. Got a sweet little Death Star die on it. And then this one here is a Biofusion one, and it is just overstable. I really like to just rip on it. It's not super overstable, I guess. I wouldn't say it's like very, very overstable, but it's one that I know if I'm feeling confident that day and I just want to rip on something, this is the one I can just rip on and get that reliable turn and then fade at the end, obviously. But yeah, if I just need to rip on it, you know those days when you're out there and you're just super confident and you're just mashing on the disc. This is that disc for me. This is the one that I'm reaching for. So a new disc to the bag this year as well is the Latitude 64 Royal Grand Rive. First run. It doesn't, I can't decide if this is gonna make the bag yet or not. I really love how it feels in the hand. The plastic obviously feels great, as all of you know. The Rive feels pretty good in the hand. I couldn't tell you the flight numbers on it if you needed me to, but I really don't know them. But I know it flies kind of in between my Defender and Ballista Pro stability-wise, but I get pretty good distance out of it. So we got these as a team edition, and I just wanted to put it in the bag, give it a fair try, I guess. And so far so good. So far I'm really liking it. I got a lot of Defenders and I got a lot of Ballista Pros, so, and it's not much difference, so it'll be a tough one for me to take either of those discs out of the bag. But so far I am digging on it for sure. Up next we'll go fairway drivers. I've got the Evader right now. I've got 3 of them. I've got just a stock stamp Lucid one, and I've got a SE one that is my workhorse, the one I lean on the most, I would say. It's a pretty good one. It's got a little dome to it. Got some cool little bursty effects to it. I bought this one at the store when they first dropped. The stock stamp Lucid one is just my straight fairway. It just flies dead straight on a line. Love it. And the SE one has a little bit more dome to it, and I can get it to finish to the left if I need it to. It's kind of replaced the Explorer for me, to be honest with you. I love the way the Explorer flew, but some of the ones I had been getting had been a little flippier, starting to turn a little more than I wanted. And the Evader feels fantastic in the hand. For me, the Evader honestly flies like a fairway version of the EMAC Truth. So naturally, I'm gonna absolutely love that disc. The other one I have is this Silhouette with the Lucid X version with the Silhouette stamp on there. And it is just overstable, guys. My goodness. You can go to the website right now, the Dynamic Discs website, and we've got a good grouping of our team. Has stamps that you can purchase online, and they get a cutback to those, so you can support some of our tour team out there by picking up some of these. I just had this one stamped up real quick when I was doing some judges, and I can't say how, it's just so overstable, guys. I cannot say that enough, how beefy this disc actually is. It almost flies like a Felon for me. For my arm speed, and probably the majority of the people out there, it's gonna fly just like a Felon for them. So if you want to support one of the other teammates, hook it up, go check it out. We just released some Tina Oakley and Macy Walkers on the website as well, and Macy's stamp is pretty sick. I'm digging on that for sure. So next up is a new Felon to the bag. This is a super old, pretty cool looking stamped Felon. And the only reason this one's in there right now is because I had lost my Oakley Lucid X one not terribly long ago, and I just needed something quick to replace it. But this one's in the bag for now, but there will be a Lucid X Felon in the bag very soon. And for me, the Felon is a utility disc. It's a disc that I don't throw very often, but when I do throw it, I know exactly what it's gonna do, and that's go left. You know, I can rip on it and I know exactly what I need this disc to do. It's very predictable. It's something I can lean on. Now, there are rounds that I go that I don't throw the Felon, but it has to stay in the bag for that shot that you need. you know, it's kind of like a security blanket. It just has to be in there, and it's very good. I need to get me another Lucid X one in the bag here soon. So next we'll go mid-range, and first we're gonna go Justice. We got this sick little Spider Mac Justice in the bag right now. It's a hybrid with a cool little Dimax on it. Justice is much like the Felon for me. It's a utility disc. You don't throw it a whole lot, but you do throw it and you do need it. So you know what the Justice is gonna do, right? It's gonna go left. It's for right-handed backhand. It's super overstable. If I have to do like a little touch forehand, I'll also throw it for that. And up next is one of my favorite discs. Obviously, you guys know what this one's gonna be. It's the EMAC Truth. And first up is the B Dynamic one that was in the bag last year and the year before that, and probably the year before that, to be honest with you. It's been in there for quite a while. And this one here is just a straight flyer. It just hyzer flips to sweetness and just on a rope, just holds that dead straight line. This one's beautiful. I absolutely love that one. And then up next, instability-wise, is the Chameleon one. It's got a little silhouette stamp with a ghost stamp in the middle of it with a bunch of little chameleons, because it's the chameleon guy. I released these not terribly long ago, and it's been stable for quite some time, and it's finally starting to flip up, and I can really rip on it and get it to hold that right line if I need it to. And otherwise, it's a great woods disc. It's the EMAC Truth, guys. Come on. And then up next, I've got two of the same one that I just put in the bag to test out, and I'm really super stoked on them and really happy I did. I've got this white one first. It is a hybrid EMAC Truth with a pretty sick silhouette stamp with a bunch of little silhouettes making up the big silhouette, which is kind of cool. I've got the white one, and then I've got this pink one as well that I'll be releasing here before too terribly long. They are hybrid plastic, so they have a slight dome to them. Feel gummy, feel great in the hand, and they are pretty beefy for an EMAC Truth. Not quite as verdict stable, but definitely more so than some of the other runs. So if you're looking for a stable EMAC, look for the hybrid ones that are going to be releasing soon. We did release some of these at the Dynamic Discs Open with, what was it? The Pro Panel and then the Spectators. So if you're able to get a couple of those, you know, good on you. They're fantastic. They are nice and overstable and very predictable. You guys know how I feel about the EMAC Truth. So let's go on to some putters. First, we've got, of course, you got to have the Ralphie Slammer in the bag. This is kind of like a baby Justice for me. So it comes out when it's windy, or if I just need something to go left. This thing's pretty overstable. It's just, you got to have that super overstable putter in the bag that you could just kind of lean on if you need to. Next is the 2014 Trilogy Challenge Shield, and this has been in the bag probably since 2014, to be honest with you, and it just flies pretty straight now. It doesn't fly as much as it used to now that I have another mold in the bag that I will be talking about soon, and I believe the rest of the molds are going to be this mold. I'm sure you can guess what that mold is, but this is a great disc. Brand new, they're nice and overstable, but this one's been in the bag so long that it's just very predictable at this point. Now I can get it to hold pretty much any line that I put it on. It's also one that I'd be kind of sad if I lost, so it's just there for, you know, sentimental reasons, I guess you would say. I don't know, that sounds weird. Up next is the newest mold to the bag, and it is the EMAC Judge. Guys, I am so excited about this disc. I'm honored to have my name on another mold at Dynamic Discs, and the fact that Jeremy let me kind of help create it. You know, the mold itself, talking to Thomas and Latitude 64, letting them know what I want to see out of a disc, out of a putter, and I just told him one thing and he nailed it. You know, I told him I wanted it to be a micro bead, I wanted it to be not super deep, and I wanted it to be a point and shoot putter, and the dude killed it. The dude's a genius. Props to Thomas. I love you, man. I miss you. It's been too long since I've seen you. Hopefully we can connect this summer, or maybe next summer, hopefully, at Worlds or something like that. But the ones I've got in the bag right now, I've got this Moonshine Match Play one, Lucid Moonshine one, and it is just nice and overstable, just beef. I mean, it's one that I can really rip on. If I throw it hard and flat, it'll just hold that straight line, but it always has that predictable fade. I did put out a video not terribly long ago about this mold, so if you want to check it out, make sure after this, go to my YouTube channel and check out the Lucid Moonshine EMAC Judge. The other one is this ice guy that you can see, which is pretty cool. This was one of the blank ones. I only got a few blank ones that I didn't have stamped, and I wanted to test it. I was too anxious to throw it before we got the stamp on them, so I just wanted to test it. And this thing won't stay in the bag very long. It's just one of those, I had it in the bag, I wanted to throw it. The hotter it gets, the gummier this thing feels, and whew, it's a fantastic disc. Great flying disc. And then I've got a couple more here. I've got a stock stamp classic blend right here. And then early on, I got some blend ones sent to me from Latitude, directly from Latitude. And I think there was like 25 of them or something like that, and they were different colors. I think there was red, blue, black, gray, and white. And I just had this big silhouette stamped on all of them just to throw them, because I was excited to throw them, and all I had was the Protos. So really wanted to try them, so they sent me a bunch of these to throw. This is kind of like my go-to straight to turnover one, that if I needed to get around a corner, or if I just wanted to go dead straight, I can just toss it out there with hyzer and get it to flip flat and get it to hold that right line also. It's been a great one for me. This is also, the yellow one is actually the other one that I will putt with from time to time if it's a little cooler outside. Like today's, geez, it's hot. It's 86 degrees out right now, so it wouldn't be putting today, but on those colder days, I switch from the primes to the blends, just because it feels a little better in the hand, and coming out feels a little bit nicer. So, and then the putting putters, I've got two right now. I've been going back and forth on a couple of them, but this one's been in the bag the longest, and it's been my go-to putter. It is a prime. It's got the dynamic double stamp on it, and it just feels fantastic. It feels so good in the hand. I'm so excited about this disc, guys. It just, so much confidence. And to me, being confident in your putter, there is nothing better. There is absolutely nothing better than being confident in your putting and the putter coming out of the hand, and that's exactly what this disc has done for me. So that's the prime. I do usually carry a couple prime ones that I'm just beating in, taking them in and out, cycling in and out. I had a bunch of them stamped up with the signature stamp and the silhouette on blend, prime, burst, all that fun stuff. So probably see some of those releasing here before too long as well. And then of course, we've got the Eco ones for the Trilogy Challenge this year. Hopefully you guys are able to play in a Trilogy Challenge this year. I know we had to kind of cut it off because of the demand for it, which is a great problem to have. It kind of sucks, I understand, but you know, at the end of the day, it's a good problem to have, and there's still plenty of Trilogy Challenge events out there that you guys can play in and pick yourself up one of these. The other two discs along with this are the mid-range is going to be a Chameleon Warship and a Heavy Burst Gold Line Sapphire. And I did do a video with Taco the other day where we went out and threw all three of those discs, and that'll be releasing before terribly long as well. Pretty cool. The Eco Plastic though, man, it is stiff. It is super hard. Days like today, it has a little bit more give to it, and it feels fantastic right now. A lot better than the blends that are a little bit too soft for my liking. But these things are great on a warm day. You can really just feel the good grippiness to it. I threw it a few times. Right now it's in as a backup putter just in case. But I just really wanted to try it out and see what it's doing. But Trilogy Challenge, EMAC Judges are in the Eco Plastic. They are great. Let me know what you guys think about those. And also just thank you so much everybody that's purchased EMAC Judges up until now, or EMAC Truths, whatever it is. You know, I feel honored to, like I said earlier, honored to have my name on another disc at Dynamic Discs. And I don't play as much anymore, but you know, the sales for this disc absolutely helped me get to other courses that I'm designing or traveling out to kind of help support the team that we have now. So, you know, I thank you. I thank you with the bottom of my heart. I appreciate it. You guys are awesome. Some of the biggest fans I've ever had in my life have been Trilogy fans. And I mean that. I absolutely mean that. You guys rock. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much for all the support. Make sure you go and support all the Trilogy players. Big things coming this year. The the new warehouse is so cool. I can't wait till next year's Dynamic Discs Open or Pro Worlds next year when we get some more people in town to check out the new warehouse and get some tours and maybe go in and stamp your own disc and that kind of stuff. But there's a lot of really cool things we've got in the works this year, and I am very, very excited about it. So thank you guys so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Who knows, maybe we're gonna do some fishing videos at some point this year. I'm gonna take the boat out. I'm gonna do a lot more vlog style videos. I leave for Michigan in a couple weeks for a ribbon cutting event, a couple ribbon cutting events up in Alma and Gladstone. Of course, I put in many, many years ago, but it's finally finished and we finally got the green light to do a ribbon cutting / tournament. So I'm excited for those. And then a couple weeks after that, I'll be going to Alaska for the Meyer Lake Classic, second annual Meyer Lake Classic. Doing some round coverage for that, doing vlog style. Can't wait to get up there and see how the course is shaping up after, you know, a crazy brutal winter that they probably had. I can only imagine. So anyway, I'm rambling at this point. Thank you guys so much. Make sure you like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.